Guys, we take any questions in Spanish or Catalan at the end, please.
Hi, Pep. Your team seemed to not create as many chances today as we've been used to in the past. Was that perhaps the most disappointing element of today's performance?
Yeah, we had a little bit problems to create our build-up. It was slowly. And when we arrived in the players, the ball in front, we had the problems to make the difference against 1 against 1 or 2 against 1. And the big difference between the first half and second half is obviously, so it's there. So the first time we had the problem, the second half the players changed their mentality, the way to rebel against the situation, and unfortunately we could not win. Again, we conceded a goal when the opponent didn't make anything, so it's again what happened. It's so difficult for that, for the mentality, for the players to recover that. But the second half we tried, because again, so Southampton was the goal, and the second half was a chance, and nothing else. And of course we didn't create too much, but we were there in the second half like a team, and okay. Now we are going to accept the situation. So it's 5 games without winning is because something happened, and we have to accept to start from a little bit below to go up and to go up. So that is the situation right now.
Just down it, please.
Pep, you kept the players, it seems, in the dressing room for a long time after the final whistle. What was your mood with them, and what was your message to them in the dressing room? Because it's unusual to have them in there for so long.
No, red wine was good today, and the red wine was good. And I took a little bit longer. My glasses. No, we're together. We speak, but nothing special. Just to spoke about what is the situation now we have, and from this situation, try to go up.
But would it be fair to say you're angry or frustrated with that performance?
No. I was a football player. And I know that's kind of happened. The football I know for a long time. You are able to win 10 times in a row, and after you are not able to win 5 times. So that is part of the football. So we can accept that. So the natural, not natural way, but we have to accept that. And when that's happened, okay, to accept, you have to more. But it's not about. I'm not a guy who is regrets always when I sit there. So guys, I have to discover the reason why, and I'm going to fight for that.
It's going to be difficult to win matches, Pep, isn't it, if you keep shooting yourselves in your foot with the sort of mistakes you're making in recent games?
Yeah.
Is that what you said to that? You're making it hard for yourselves, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
No, that's stating the obvious.
Everything happened in a little bit in Glasgow, and every game. So the opponents at the end what they do is they don't make too much. It's long balls and sometimes one counter-attack, but they don't create too much, and it's not easy when you get them. But I think today is not part of the reason. Part of the reason why we didn't win, because the difference, the first half and the second half was obvious, and that is what you have to realize. So because weekend day today was John, the other day was Claudio, and the other. No, that is not the reason why. That is not the reason why. So when the people believe no, because Kolarov make own goal in the White Hart Lane, on Claudio, or the missed penalties, it's easy for the manager say it against Everton. We missed 2 penalties and we play amazing and we didn't win. It's okay. It's like this. It's not about that. It's because it's something more. It's something about the team, about how you rebel, how you react in the situations but when you see the second half, it's because these guys are good and these guys have something, and I have to help them. I have to help them to achieve or to reach what we make in the second half, when 11's against 11 in Barcelona against Everton. Because except the first half today in White Hart Lane, the other, and you ask me the difference between now, for example, in the first period, except White Hart Lane, the first half is quite similar in the beginning of the season, quite similar, and that you have to recover again.
Okay, Sam Lee, up here, please.
Hi Pep, you said earlier in the season during the run of 10 wins you knew what the reaction would be if you had a bad run, and you warned that it's not going to be easy for City to win the title, but did you expect a run quite like this, quite so frustrating with the kind of problems you've got in the States?
So when we see the performance in 90 minutes in all the games, it's not bad.
No, but today
It's
was
not bad.
Today was different in my opinion.
Yeah, the first half, yeah, we had a problem after Champions League. Always was difficult for Arsenal, was difficult for Tottenham. In the beginning, sometimes it's difficult. You need something to react, and sometimes it happens. It's more difficult when you Southampton score a goal, how he scored. So, but it's again. So it's it's part of the process and how we will react. So the people maybe expect like a new manager here, everything is going well, it's going easy. So football is complicated, especially in everywhere, but here as well. And always when you start, it's always difficult. It's always, but we start quite well, maybe because you had the previous Champions League, and that's why the people were so focused. And now in that moment, maybe we are not in that the rhythm we had before. But we had 90 minutes. We don't have 90 bad minutes. So, but when we don't have perfect, we concede a lot. But okay, now before we are here, we have to start from here. We are able to go up.